I'm on a mission to find the best SMMA niche for beginners, and trust me, it's not med spa. So picking a niche is just like eating out. It's maybe your taste is you want a kebab, or maybe you want a McDonald's, you want a hamburger, you want a rice bowl, or you want fried rice, or you want sushi. Depends really on your taste, and it's really about identifying what your taste is like and what's right for you. And so with that in mind, you are probably thinking, so what's the best niche for me? Let's go into the actual video so you can find out. The best niche for your SMMA as a beginner, yeah, you heard it right. It's actually the best niche in 2023. It's also the best niche in 2022, 2021 and 2020 and all the years to come. It will work in 50 years, it will work in 100 years. Okay, before we get into it, I will actually be giving you a niche list of over 100 niches that you can pick from. And if you are not willing to use my niche, you're also going to benefit from this video. So make sure to stick through the end to watch the whole thing, and I hope it helps you. And let's get into it. Basically, I don't want to disappoint you today. I just don't want you to hop on every trend that you see and click on every video with the Untapped niche thumbnail and title and go in and just, let's say this month someone told you that med spas were the thing, the next month it will be ecom, the next month it will be someone else with a course, the next month it will be again someone with an ecom course, and you're going to ecom, you're going back and forth, you're changing the services and changing the niches. I don't want you to do that. Instead, what I would like you to do is actually take a step back and see how you can pick the right niche for you. Basically, there are two factors that are included into this strategy. The first one is actually pick a niche that you have an interest in. For example, let's say your dad is a carpenter or your dad is a doctor, and you can go in and go into that niche even though it may be saturated or it may be harder to fulfill. But if you have the expertise and you know the language in the niche, it will be ultimately easier for you to actually fulfill and to actually speak with your prospects, and they will be more likely to trust you just because you're speaking their language and you're not trying to sell them, you're not approaching them in a salesy way, you know how to communicate with them. So this is one of the things you can do. And yes, so even if you only have an interest, let's say in fitness, and you're willing to go into the fitness niche, it's better for you to go to the fitness niche instead of going to ecom if you don't have any experience, if you know what I mean. Just because you're putting yourself 2 months back by doing that, and this will actually benefit you in the long run. And actually how I like to do it and how I picked my niche for my agency at start, I basically was around coaches all my life, so I basically picked coaches because of that, and it was very easy for me to actually get the first client and start working with them just because I had the right approach that they approved, even though it may be considered as a saturated niche. And also after that, when I decided to do local businesses, the thing I did was I went into car detailing just because it was easier for me as well, just because I have knowledge about cars and I know the language, and it's easy for me to run the ads like this and to get them leads just because I know the target audience. I also know the business owners, so it was very easy for me in that way. But even if you have other interests, you can still go into these niches. How I typically do it, how I typically pick my niches is I like to go bigger. I like my niches to have at least 50,000 businesses. Ideally, it will be 100,000 just because you need to outreach constantly, and I like it when I can just start dialing or start messaging without ever having to worry about them running out just because there are so much. In this niche there are 3 million real estate agents, so it's very easy to start dialing and to start messaging people, but it also means that more people are broke and more people are struggling, just because yeah, there may be 3 million realtors in the US, but over 1 million of them are broke, so you need to filter a lot of them out. But the good thing is that as a beginner you can scrape your caps and you will be fine. You don't have to, basically you don't have any expenses, and that helps you a lot. The second factor, or the second thing, is that niches actually aren't saturating. It's basically offers that do. And listen to me, it's not niches that are getting saturated. Instead, services and offers are getting saturated. For example, if you offer Kairos Facebook ads and just Facebook ads, no one in the world is going to buy it, and no one will buy it from you if you're offering only Facebook ads, just because it takes 5 minutes to actually build a campaign and start running it. So they are aware of that. Maybe in 2016 it was a different story, but on the other hand, if you go in and say to Kairos, I will create an AI call center for you and you only pay per results or something like that, I'm sure that even with that offer that I just created, you're going to be seeing more success than the actual Facebook ads option. And let's say you want to build them a call center or something like that. It just has to be a little bit different from your competitors, and you're getting a competitive advantage over 99% of the competition. This is the most important part. Just try to create something on yourself, by yourself, on your own, because if you're constantly trying to copy the new thing and the new thing, you never actually create something that is worthwhile. It's only worthwhile until the actual creator of that decides it's not worthwhile. So basically you need to create something for yourself, and I don't want to demotivate you with that. I don't want for you to struggle with picking your niche, but try to go with that approach if you are willing to have a niche that will stay for 5, 7, 10 years from now. And basically this is how I pick my niches, and I want to thank you for actually watching the whole video with me. And if you subscribed to my channel, I'm glad for that. And if you're not subscribed, please do. I will be uploading daily on different topics about SMMA, about marketing, and overall insights of my journey and how I'm doing it. And if you're willing to participate in that, by all means just drop me a subscribe. If not, that's totally fine, and I will leave a niche list in the description where you can find it and hopefully pick a niche for yourself and start your agency.